Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an unyielding grip on their desires, while others struggle to resist temptation? Are you struggling with temptation or lacking control yourself? The answer lies in the power of self-control. It's an invaluable skill that weaves itself into every aspect of our lives, like the unseen threads in a tapestry. Imagine for a moment the impact of self-control on our personal and professional relationships. It's the difference between a measured response and a regrettable outburst. Now, think about its influence on our health. It's the invisible hand that nudges us towards a salad instead of that extra slice of cake. And let's not forget its role in our overall well-being. It's the captain that steers the ship of our life away from the rocky shores of impulsive decisions. Yet the lack of self-control can lead to a myriad of problems, from strained relationships to health issues and diminished happiness. But fear not, mastering self-control isn't a Herculean task, but a process that requires understanding and practice. To master self-control, you first need to understand what it is. Self-control, in its simplest definition, is the ability to regulate your emotions, thoughts, and behavior, especially in situations where temptations and impulses are at play. It's about having the power to pause, think, and then act rather than reacting impulsively. Imagine standing at a crossroad. One path is easy and inviting, filled with short-term pleasures and immediate gratification. The other path is steep and challenging, leading to long-term rewards but requiring patience and effort. Self-control is the inner strength that helps you choose the more difficult path, because you know it's the right one for your long-term well-being. Moreover, self-control is a key component of emotional intelligence. It's the skill that allows you to manage your emotions effectively, to remain calm under pressure, and to make rational decisions regardless of how you're feeling in the moment. Once we grasp what self-control is, we can then begin to learn how to master it. Now, how do you go about mastering self-control? Well, it's a journey that can be broken down into 3 key steps: cultivating self-awareness, identifying triggers, and developing coping strategies. Let's start with the first step, self-awareness. It's the cornerstone of self-control. This is the ability to recognize your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in real time. It's like being an objective observer of your own self. For instance, when you're about to reach for that 3rd slice of pizza, self-awareness will make you pause and ask, am I really hungry, or am I just bored? Cultivating self-awareness takes practice, but it's worth the effort. Try mindfulness exercises or journaling to enhance your self-awareness. Next, we move on to identifying triggers. Triggers are situations, people, or thoughts that spark off a loss of self-control. Let's say, every time you see a sale sign, you're tempted to splurge, even if you don't need anything. That sale sign is your trigger. Identifying your triggers is like mapping out the battlefield in advance. Once you know what they are, you can be better prepared to face them. The 3rd step is developing coping strategies. These are your weapons in the battle for self-control. Coping strategies are positive actions you take instead of giving in to temptation. Going back to our previous example, if shopping sales are your trigger, a coping strategy might be to avoid malls during sale season or to set a strict budget for shopping. Experiment with different strategies to find what works best for you. Remember, mastering self-control is not about suppressing your desires or living a life of deprivation. It's about making conscious, thoughtful decisions rather than impulsive ones. It's about freedom, the freedom to choose your actions rather than being a puppet to your impulses. Each step is a building block towards gaining mastery over your self-control. So take it one step at a time, and before you know it, you'll be the master of your own actions. But how can you put these steps into practice? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of practical application. To begin, practicing mindfulness is a powerful tool in the quest for self-control. When we're mindful, we're fully present and engaged in the here and now, not lost in thoughts about the past or the future. This allows us to respond to situations rather than react impulsively. Practice mindfulness by taking a few minutes each day to focus on your breathing or engage in a meditative activity. Next, setting clear and achievable goals is paramount. When you know where you're headed, it's easier to stay on track. But remember, your goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, or what we often refer to as SMART. Another practical tip is to create an environment that supports self-control. This could mean decluttering your workspace to reduce distractions or keeping unhealthy snacks out of sight to resist temptation. You're not just working on your mind, but also adjusting your surroundings to set yourself up for success. Learning from past experiences is also crucial. Reflect on times when you've struggled with self-control and identify what triggered those moments. By understanding your triggers, you can anticipate and prepare for them, strengthening your self-control muscles over time. Finally, it's important to emphasize consistency and patience. Just like physical muscles, your self-control muscles need regular exercise to grow stronger. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect all the time. On the contrary, it's about getting back on track after a slip-up and continuing to work on it every day. Just as Rome wasn't built in a day, mastering self-control is a process that requires time and commitment. It's a step-by-step journey filled with small victories and inevitable setbacks. But with persistence, you'll notice gradual improvements that will lead to significant changes in the long run. Remember, mastering self-control is a journey, not a destination. As you move forward, remember to celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, because each step brings you closer to becoming the master of your own life. As we've discussed, self-control is a powerful tool that can significantly improve your life. It's not just about resisting temptations, but it's about understanding your impulses and making conscious decisions. We've explored the steps to master this crucial skill, starting with self-awareness, setting clear goals, and developing resilience. Practical tips like practicing mindfulness, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep can also make a significant difference. It's time to take these insights and start applying them in your daily life. Remember, mastering self-control is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and patience, but rest assured the rewards are worth the effort. Now it's your turn to harness the power of self-control and start living the life you've always wanted. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Remember, the power to control your life lies within you.